Right, hello everybody, and welcome to my only 1v1 game of the weekend. So this is Chinese with me over here, and yeah, my start's getting a little better. I think it creeps up a little bit. I got housed, but other than getting housed, the actual mechanics of the Chinese start are starting to get a little bit easier. Um, right, so we are playing on Arabia. Interestingly enough, Fortress is in the mix, so I was kind of hoping to play on Fortress because Chinese are meant to be very strong on Fortress with the extra villages and all that sort of thing, but whatever. Alright, my plan with the Chinese, I'm actually kind of winging it. I'm kind of winging it. They're so flexible, is what I've noticed. And it means that I can go archers, I can go scouts, I can choose whatever. And yeah, so it depends what the situation looks like when I get to feudal age. Depends what I go. I've generally generally found it easier to go scouts. I think scouts is easier. Archers just doesn't sit quite right. Anywho, you see 30 seconds TC idle time there. That's because of the cut wood. Danger, 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 danger. I don't remember. I think she lived. Because I was happy with my start, so she must have lived. She did live. Alright, everyone onto the boar. So yeah, they're very flexible. They get the cheaper technologies in each age, like 10, 15, 20% discounts on the techs. And that's very, very good. I'm really liking that. It allows you to get a tech advantage on your opponent quite early on. Like, let's say I'm playing archers, I can get the fletching and then afford the armor as well before my opponent can. And that's how it feels to me anyway. It feels like those military upgrades come in more easily. Here's this housing thing that I was talking about. On the other side, we've got the Portuguese. Now, the Portuguese are also a very flexible civ, and they are renowned for playing double compositions like knights and crossbows. And most civs can't afford to do that, but the Portuguese can because they get a discount on all their gold units. I forget how big the discount is. I'm assuming it scales. That's how this game normally works. And yeah, they'll eventually level it up. And yeah, that's how they do it really. So knights and archers is very common. And they've also got well, they used to have a very scary unique unit in the organ gun. However, that's been nerfed a little. It's been more specialised. Before it used to just be a kill-all unit. Anything you throw at the organ gun would just die. Now it's more like an anti-mass troop unit, which is probably what it was originally meant to be. Fires multiple projectiles into groups. Yeah. So anything with low HP that runs into it should die, and anything with high HP that runs into it should be alright. And I think mangonels got buffed against them, so mangonels do more damage. Because it used to be that the organ gun was just completely unmanageable. If someone got into organ guns, that's game over. Fast castle, organ guns. Oh no, you aren't also deep into castle age by the time that the Portuguese have got to castle age? Well, then you're screwed. That's how it used to be. This is 1200 ELO. Both of us are like... Does it say that up here somewhere? No, it doesn't. You just have to trust me. I think we're both like exactly 1200 ELO. 1205, 1207, something like that. Yeah. Alright. What else? Oh yeah, the Portuguese also get Feitorias. So Feitorias are a building. I'm just drawing it. It's about how big it is. Feitorias are a building that gives you a stream of gold, wood, food, and stone. Once you've built it. It's a small trickle. So it's not as efficient as actually collecting the stuff with villagers, but it's a, brainless trickle of food. So often what the Portuguese will do, and it's part of why their organ guns were so strong, is they'll do 1 TC, and then once they hit Imperial Age, they'll build a couple of Feitorias, or Feitorias, whatever, and then they'll just have a steady income without having to do all the work for the eco. Pushing deer. This was a nice deer, I had a nice close group of deers, so I think I managed to push all 4 deers. Maybe that's why I went into scouts, is just because I had so much food under the TC. There we go. How many deers have I got left? Got 1. Got 2. 2 deers are left. And we're up a little bit slower, and that's because I have been going up at Instead of going up at 21 Chinese pop, I've been going up at 22 Chinese pop. Although it looks like today oh yeah, Chinese pop, not villager pop. Yeah, it just seems, it's a little bit slower, but it just makes everything a little bit more stable. I can afford that little bit more once I get to the next stage. So yeah, that was a suggestion that I was given, and that is helping. Right, he's going archers. Mining camp, yeah. Isn't this crisp? If you go back and look at the other videos, there was that Ethiopian build order where the archers were just flowing immediately without problems, whereas I think once this archer pops through, I think he might have problems producing the next one, just because he's a little bit late to gold. Ah, clever! I'm an idiot. I never thought of doing that. That makes so much sense. Make a skirm. Can't make an archer, make a skirm. Good call. Although if I'm making scouts, it's just going to die, but anything's better than nothing. That's an extra 1 point of damage in a battle. Farms are going down, and you can see I've still got just enough food to keep things going, just from pushing all the deer. Now I still had a deer left over here. 2 deer left. There were 2 patches of deer! I didn't even realise. That could have been amazing. I could have just kept pushing deer the whole game. All the way into castle. Right, now this is where we find him, and we nope out of there before we die. And he's sending his very... Look at this ragtag bunch. We've got a spearman, 2 archers, and a skirmisher marching along. Yeah, so I can't engage that with the scout because it will die to the spear. And all I've got is scouts. And so I need to take out the spear, and then I can kill everything else. But if the spearman manages to take out 1 or 2 of my scouts, I am in trouble. So it's a small army. 4 scouts should be more than enough to deal with it. I just need to kill the spearman first. What do? Do we run past the... Oh, he's grouping it all up, making it difficult for me. Some unnecessary hits there, but we got there. Getting the blacksmith for forging. Because when you clean up their army, it feels like a good time to go into army. And we're coming forward. Right, back at his base. Now this gold is quite forward for him, which is unfortunate. That can be really troublesome in games, especially if you're making archers like this and you're very dependent on the gold. Because you can just get pushed off it by a... Ooh, look at all those spears though. So here's me getting the attack upgrade, forging. Thinking that I'm going to be able to do some damage, and in actuality, he's already got 3 spears there, and 4 scouts cannot fight 3 spears. Now this might have been a mistake. We kill this Phil, that's not a mistake. Killing him is fine. But it might have been a good idea here, just to dip out. Because here... the scouts are just dead. And I'm trying to run, and there is no running. So maybe killing the first one was fine, and the second one maybe not. Like I could have come back here, could have been a pain, I could have kept his army in his base defending the scouts. Now that the scouts are dead, he's like, ooh, opportunity knocks. And off he goes, marching up. So we're just trading blows really. So far advantage me, in terms of eco deaths. Because I've killed 3 of his vills, giving me a 6 vill advantage. Although my idle TC time has chewed up my natural Chinese start advantage. Oh, 19 farms, very nice. This is the classic scouts build. Here we go again. Now 2 scouts versus all of this. Now I was going forward, I thought he might stay at home. But there's no reason for him to stay at home. What I'd really like is for him to stay at home and me just mess up more and more scouts, and just pin him in. And then when Castle Age comes in, get the Light Cav upgrade and do a huge trade where I trade my scouts for all his eco and hopefully wipe out his army at the same time. That's the dream, when you just sort of overrun them. again, making a tower. Now, in the old days, which is like yesterday, um, I would try and do everything in my power not to make a tower. However, again, it was suggested to me that just do it. Like, you can worry about being greedy some other time. It's going to delay my TCs a little bit because it costs 125 stone. You start with 200 and you can, and I need 100 stone for each TC. You can see I don't have enough here. And it does mean that it forced him off the walls, it stopped him being annoying, there was no one running in, I didn't have to fight with Vils. I probably could have got away with not building that tower. But I prefer this. It's not messy, it's clean, my eco's clean. I'm going to get a better transition up into Castle Age. In terms of my my brain and my head, I think this is easier for me to manage. Now, I was hoping to pick off these archers, and I'm making some skirms in here. Because obviously skirms will kill his archers, and hopefully skirmishers, if I get enough of them, can kill all his spears as well, and then I just don't have to worry about them no more. Yeah. Back here. Not much going on. Very pretty. Oh, fight. No fight. Very pretty eco. Again, unable to punish. If I had some scouts roaming around here, he'd have to stay at home just to defend that gold, and eventually, if I hit Castle Age first, I'd be able to absolutely overwhelm that. And even if I didn't, I could trade the lives of the scouts for some villages, if I so wished. The scouts are pretty, well, I think the way I play anyway, just, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I find the scout lives are pretty dispensable. Yeah, they're not that valuable. I tend to spend scout lives rather than save them. Alright, here we go. Now I'm looking to take out the archers, especially now that he's hit Castle Age. Because normally what people do if they've been playing archers is they'll upgrade to crossbow. You've seen my games, you know how this goes. And then those archers are worth way more. Whereas for me, if I go into knights, I can kill all these spears with knights. So I just want to keep that archer mass down, that archer mass manageable. And that's why I've made the decisions I made there. Now the skirmishers can kill all these spears, it's just that I think I got the speed upgrade, and I can't get distance. Skirmishers have a minimum range, and if the spears are inside that minimum range, they can't fire a shot off. I don't really want to micro this, so I'm just running, and I'm going to run straight into a scout and then we're going to die. I can't remember, no idea. Now here is the power of the TCs. I'm late at a Castle Age. I had a free Vil advantage. He's already going into his second TC here. And you'll just watch that advantage for me disappear because he has got more TCs. I'm making a TC, 1 TC, 2 TCs, he's going for a third straight away. Which is, you know, you can definitely do that. And he's made a monastery straight away too. That's a lot of wood. How many farms has he got? Is he going to be able to keep these TCs running? He needs 6. He might just be able to keep the TCs running. But he's not going to be able to make a lot of knights. Purely because he doesn't have enough food. Now, I wanted to build a TC here. And all this army has arrived, which is not good. We'll get 1 TC up, but we're running now. Have to bring back my knights that I was going forward with. Second time this game he's forced me back like that. Look at all those spears. We'll ignore the villagers dying over there. We'll see how many of them are left at the end. But as you can see, the spears are not doing so well against the knights. They did better than I thought, though. Because I had, what, 6 knights in there? 5 knights? Something like that. Over here, I think he killed all but 1. Maybe killed all. You can probably see the trail of bodies there. And now the tables have turned. The turns have tabled. And he was up by 3 Vils. Now he's up by 2 Vils. All because he got some free kills there, but it's just mostly because of these TCs that he's able to go up and keep them moving. Keep them producing. Collecting relics, he's playing a very economic game. He's looking for a late game. Whereas I'm not good at that, I like to just kill early. Kill early, kill fast. And sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not. It depends on how things go, really. Sometimes I feel like I sacrifice... Oh, here we go. Here's a good example. Here's the army. Spending lives. Can't win that fight, so I'm running. TC, not a good place to fight under. So we're just going to leave. We'll come up to a hill. Hills give you an attack advantage. 25% I think it is. So you take 25% damage and do 25% more. So this will turn into quite the nice fight for me. And we cleaned up that army quite easily. And now we know why he's making... Sorry about that. Know why he's making the monks. He's going to try and steal all the knights. Back home, I'm still looking to get that third TC up. Or I should be anyway. You can see on the mini-map down here I've only got the 2. So, here I'm spending lives, I'm killing, I'm hoping that killing is enough. But as you can see, I haven't got quite enough. If he hadn't got that converted knight there, 3 knights here would have done so much more damage. They could have killed the spear and then kept killing, but now it's a knight v knight battle. So we're not doing quite as much damage as I'd like. We have got a few kills. So we spent 5 knights. We have got the eco lead back again, so now we're up 58 against 53. And you can see the resources collected. I'm creeping ahead ever so slightly. Third TC, where I'd wanted to make it last time, going up. You'll also notice that I have full upgrades on my knights, and he has no upgrades on his knights. In part, that's because he chose to go the TC route and get the big economy, and I've chosen to lean more into military first and do economy later. And the other part of it is just because the upgrades are quite cheap with Chinese. Of course, it doesn't matter if he doesn't have upgrades, because he can just steal my knights and get all my upgrades. I'm making some outposts. This was a happy accident, really. I think I accidentally sent my, what do you call it, rally point forward with that bill. Castle going up. Now the reason I didn't attack that is all his villages would disappear under that TC, and then my knights are just getting shot at, right? So that's why I ran. And he's got monks and he's stealing, and this is a mess up from both of us. He wasn't expecting knights here, so he loses 200 gold like that. And then, oh, there we go, there's the organ gun. But down here, I'm actually in now, but I didn't move in. So he gets to build that house. I'm still through, and now he blocked me off. But I just assumed that he blocked me off, so I didn't go in. So, mistakes from both of us there. There's the organ gun. Probably not the best choice. Like, knights have... Wait, come here. 120 HP. So, doing a little bit of damage to all of them probably isn't that effective. Whereas something like a massed pike, I think the organ gun would work much better. Now, he's making so many different types of units. He's making monks. Is he actually making knights? Yes, he's making knights as well. He's making monks, he's making knights, he's making crossbow, he's making pikes. He's making a whole variety. That technology there, that's devotion, just to stop my knights getting converted quite so quick. Very different from me. I prefer to commit to one unit type and get the upgrades and just spam it. And if I start getting hard countered, then I'll switch into something else. But I try and use the technology spikes from the armory and from Castle Age and Imperial Age to win anyway. I kind of rely on being faster than my opponent. So rather than trying to technology counter them, like, oh, I see knights, I will make pikes, I tend to try and just get ahead. Like, you saw how the spears couldn't actually handle knights at the start of Castle Age? That's what I do, and his knights, hopefully, it's not one of my stolen ones. +1/+1, that seems like a stolen one. Oh no, he is +1/+1. Alright, so he's he's behind in the armory, which means if I fight with my knights, that should clean everything up, right? That's the thinking. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Oh good, I finally added my own monastery. That's probably where the devotion tech came from. And the farms, the farms. I actually don't make enough farms. I gotta work on that. I'm still down. I should probably have another 10 farms at this point. Alright, big fight. Got the hill advantage again. Organ guns firing away. You can see all their little bullets, all their little projectiles. And this is just a big clean. Yeah. You can see how the knights aren't dying. They're just too high HP for organ guns these days. What is an organ gun stats? That is hard for me to read. What is that? 4 range or 6 range? That's armor. That's armor. That's range, so 7 range. Oh, so it's 6 attack then. 6 ranged attack. Now, he had 84 at the start of this. 84 eco. And we are trading the lives of our military here. And getting heaps of kills. And stalling out his eco. This is glorious. This is what I tend to do. I like doing lots of damage early. Now why are they running up here? That's dumb. Should have left them to keep working. Oh, I wanted to push him off gold. Or maybe I'm just running for my life because I've lost so much HP. Can't go through there. Slowly dying. Slowly dying. No one's getting away. And dead. Yeah. Should have not touched them. Anti-micro there. Should have just left those 3 down there to kill. And maybe run straight out this way with the others. So look at this eco lead. Huge eco lead. That should be the win, right? I got 40 something villages more than he does. However, I've lost that tech lead that I love so much. He's going up to Imperial. He's got a little bit of army. He's buying his upgrades now. And back home, this is all the army I got. I got 10 knights. Yeah. I've just bought Imp. And I'm still on the 2 stables. That's 2 stable knights versus this very mixed composition here. He's got pikes, he's got knights, that's the important part, and monks. So he's got 2 counter units mixed in there versus my pure knight formation. Now I do have the hill, and I think that's the highest point on the hill. So I will have an advantage. And he's on... Here we go. Here we go, stealing knights. Alright, big moment. He has cleaned everything. I blame the monks personally. Look at that. He's got 11 knights after that. So he's basically as strong as what I was before I started that fight. He should really heal those. Is he going to heal them? He is. This castle is going up. Yay me. And I have 4 knights. So, not looking flashy. I'm thinking about pikemen. I'm getting my range upgrades because I know I'm going to need my TCs and castles to do some damage. And straight away with Imperial Age, what's he doing? He's buying Cavalier. He's getting trebuchets. This could be very, very rough for me. There's just nothing here to protect. Right. So about now, I've decided I can't fight. I gotta run and hide. I would want him to, if I have to fight, I want to fight under here, where I can get support from the town centre and the castle. Making a few Chukunu, better than nothing. And the thing that's limiting me at the moment is production buildings. Look at this food, look at this gold I could be making. I've got 36 knights in the queue. I could be pumping out so many more knights so much faster to rebuild this army, but I do not have enough stables, and that's it, basically. And I got a wood problem. I don't have enough stables, and there's not enough wood to make stables. So we're stalling. Once again, he's going the eco way. And you can see this gap closing in the economy. 121 versus 96. This isn't a bad play. I think if it was me, I'd have run my knights into this eco. Just to be a disruption. But he's going for the slow grindy, pushy style of play. He's not going to dive nothing. And now this is looking better. We're getting the attack upgrade. I think I'd queued up Cavalier, but I got stuck behind all my knights. Monks are the enemy. Here I get a little bit of luck. So, see these monks? He tasks them to steal, and they're just going to get shot by the castle. Which is quite... That's going to make a big difference in this fight to come. There we go, Cavalier. Castle's down. And here I'm thinking I either need to fight now or forever hold my peace. So, off we go. Cavalier's 30 seconds away. And I think we win on numbers here. We do have some significant... do we have significant? He's got free armor, I've got free attack. I think the attack is more valuable than the armor in this sort of fight. And so we've cleaned house. And now we have some army to push forward. So here we go. Straight into some castles, come back for the trebuchets. A couple of Chukanu, that's going to really help out with the spears. Coming forward to make my own castle now. Oh, I had the armor and the attack upgrade and Cavalier. That's the difference here, is the upgrades. At least I think that anyway. Just having one unit fully upgraded to its full potential can make a big difference. Although, maybe fighting under those castles into pikemen was a bit of a mistake. Economy, looking messy back here for him. Yeah. Not that mine looks any better, I'm also on 4 TCs. Isn't that interesting? We both went 4 TC. Over here's just a huge... That was the panic when I had to run villages. Making another TC there. All exposed at the back. Should really wall that off, just to give me some warning. Castle's up. Making a treb. Welcome back to the Treadbore. Brace you for the castle. Light cav, because I got all this food and I don't have the gold. Am I out of gold? Where's the golds? Holy crap, I'm out of gold. Oh, there's the next gold. I'm not sure if I've scouted that or not. Have I scouted that? Nope, no idea that that's there. So scouting's a problem, again. If you've been watching my videos, you know I often can't find resources. And that can bite me. Big fight. Now he's fighting under the castle with his pikes, which I think is a poor idea. I think if he just hung back and protected his trebs with his pikemen, he would have been much better off there. Like, it's 2 trebs, 2 castles versus 1 treb, 1 castle. And if he had pikes there and I had to come forward, I'd lose a lot more of my cavalry here. So, treb war, protect your trebs. Let your trebs do the work. And once the castles are gone, you're going to take a much better fight. This is Imperial Age though. And we do have the Imperial Age armor, which just means castle fire is less effective. Dive those. Alright, looking to get some damage done. We're running through. Looking to stop that castle going up as well. Now, abandoning my castle here was a bad idea. Like, those 2 trebs, 2 hits could possibly kill my castle. Thankfully, he's targeting my trebs. 1 hit. We survived. 2 hits, it would have been down. And there you go. There is a game. Just from spamming my knights through, we managed to hold it together. Right, my next move. If I had to play on, what would my next move have to be? I do not have gold. That's the big issue. So I guess I'd like to go into Chukanu. I have the stone for more castles to get into Chukanu, but without the gold I cannot buy the upgrades. So whether I'd realise this at the time or not, I either need to find and take gold. There's gold here. There's gold here. So I'd probably come forward and take his gold, but that's pretty risky. And that's not infinite gold either. So I think the next move would be to make skirms. I think knight skirms would be the next best option. Yeah, so there you go. We're winning at 1200 ELO with Chinese. I am quite pleased with myself, having never played the Civ before. Yeah, I'll put up another one next time I play a 1v1. Catch you later.